I can't fucking stand my youngest brother. Warning, some audiences may find this content disturbing. View at your own discretion. Welcome to the House of Reddit. Today, we share some recent r/confessions posted on Reddit. I can't fucking stand my youngest brother. He's such a little shithead. He's 10 and has ADHD. He is unmedicated as far as I know. He's such a fucking little asshole. He throws shit fits over the most ridiculous things and it just pisses me off so much. He was bawling and tantruming today because he wasn't allowed to play Roblox. And the other day he threw a tantrum because he couldn't find a singular fucking Lego piece. Recently, I was eating lunch in the kitchen, when he ran in and grabbed a handful of shredded cheese out of the serving bowl with his bare ass hands. I told him not to do that and he threw a bitch fit, storming outside, storming in again, and notified me that he was so angry he wanted to destroy everything in my room. When he gets angry he'll try and hit me and my other brother, which would be more disturbing if he wasn't pathetically weak and much smaller than both of us. He loves to blare his music videos in the living room so loudly that everyone else in the house can hear it, and refuses to use headphones. Another time he came into the house straight out of our pool and splashed water everywhere and didn't clean it up. My grandma almost slipped and fell, and she's old as shit. That would have really fucked her up if she hadn't managed to catch herself in time. That incident in particular made me go fucking nuclear with rage. He's the most messy, aggressive, rude, unsanitary, annoying little kid on the fucking planet. I'm pretty sure he bathes like once a month, and you sure can fucking tell. He makes my grandma clean up after him like she's his maid and it makes me so fucking pissed. My grandma says he's just a baby, leave him alone. But when me and my other brother were 11 and misbehaved, my mom slapped us around and whacked us with spatulas and nobody ever said a goddamn thing about it. It was sorta fucked up, but we both turned out pretty good, I think. My other brother is a talented, athletic, and smart kid with a good heart, although he's a bit hot-headed. I'm pretty good academically myself, although nowhere near as athletic, have a pretty strong conscience, and my parents trust me to make good decisions. My youngest brother, on the other hand, barely ever got a damn hand laid on him, and has turned into a little brat of a child. Just hearing his voice puts me on fucking edge. He's so fucking loud and never fucking stops talking and I just want some goddamn peace and quiet. He went over to a relative's house for a sleepover and the house is so much nicer and quieter. He's addicted to video games, and always has our annoying cousins over who are basically clones of him, who, incidentally, I also cannot stand, and avoid whenever I can. It's barely ever fucking quiet when he's around and I hate it so much. I can't wait to move somewhere with some goddamn peace and quiet. I really hate the kid, and when I tell him to stop being such a little shit, everyone gets on my ass like I'm the bad guy. To make things clear here, I have nothing against people with ADHD. I have maintained successful close friendships with people with ADHD, and I'm privileged to have gotten to know these people. None of them indicate any sign of being anywhere near the level of pure shittiness that my little brother is on, so I'm pretty damn sure it's not just his ADHD that makes him so fucking unbearable to be around. Anyways, yeah, he's the fucking worst. My grandpa was a pedophile. My grandpa died when I, 22F, was 17 years old. I just recently found out that he was a pedophile and had raped my two aunts when they were just little girls. Growing up my aunts talked to my grandpa. There was never indication that anything was wrong or that there were any ill feelings in the family. I remember being my grandpa's favorite, which made me feel pretty special considering everyone else viewed him as a cranky old man. He showed his impatient and mean side to everyone in the family except for me. My dad found out about the molestation of his sisters about 6 years ago when I was 16 years old. After that they had a huge falling out, but I never knew the reason why. I just assumed it was something my grandpa said that finally set my dad over the edge and caused him to break the relationship off. Since I've found this information out, I've been having mixed feelings. I feel like I don't want to look at pictures of my grandpa anymore, especially me and my grandpa. I feel ashamed to be related to him. The most confusing feeling I have is being slightly mad at my aunts that were molested. I completely understand that being raped is not their fault, but I'm mad because they never told my dad what happened when I was a little girl. I feel like I was unprotected. I have so many memories of sitting on his lap, being alone with him, watching TV next to him on the couch. I don't believe anything happened to me, but why didn't they tell my dad to keep me away from him? Or maybe keep an extra eye on him? My sister has children and I would go to the ends of the earth to protect her kids. So yeah, I'm kinda mad at my aunts for not protecting me. I don't know if it's right to feel this way, but I can't help but feel a little mad and a little betrayed. My disrespectful boss. I recently was fired 2 hours ago. Here's the breakdown. Due to Hurricane Laura, I stayed at the hotel I worked at, now former front desk agent, so I would be able to go to work since I have no current personal transportation since my car jumped time. I had 10 minutes until I had to clock in, so I'm on my way out the door to go smoke since it was still pretty busy and I wouldn't have time. As soon as I reached the door, the manager very rudely asked me where I thought I was going, that I had to get back behind the front desk. Now, the guests who were at the desk are very regular customers because they work at the local electric company as linemen. I asked her why. I'm not clocked in. My coworker still had 10 minutes to go as well. I'm not on the clock. If she needed help cleaning rooms at 10 at night, then all she had to do was ask. Well, she got pissed off. She tried to throw me in her office to yell at me for being disrespectful in front of guests. I refused, and so she decided to fire me, told me to get out of her hotel and to call my ride to come get me. Then texted me saying I voluntarily quit so she can cover her ass. I've known her personally for years now and only went there to help her out. She has been very disrespectful to me and my coworkers, as well as housekeepers. She just did the same to my morning relief yesterday. The owners aren't happy with her and how she's running their business. One of my last standing coworkers and I are going to talk to the owners early next week, as I want my pink slip since it'll be hard to find another job right now, and to inform them of the wretched things she is doing to us and guests. I am a child molester. I've posted about this plenty of times before, but here it goes again, with a new layer of clarity. I suffer from OCD. Over the years, it has taken many forms, many shapes. The latest one, however, has got to be the most lethal so far. Because it is based on something I actually did. In October 2016, I was 17 years old. I had turned 17 4 months before that. My little cousin was with me watching videos on the computer. She was 9 at the time, if my calculations aren't off. At one point, she grabbed my hand and told me she wanted to show me something. She dragged me to the entrance of my parents' bathroom. I didn't know where she was going with this. She then said she wanted to see my underwear. I told her no. She insisted. I said we should go back to watching the Mr. Bean videos she likes so much. She told me no. So I showed her my underwear. I either did this by pulling a bit off the side, or unbuttoning my pants and showing her the top edge of my underwear. I didn't show her my genitals, at any point. It wasn't sexual to me at all. I was actually very uncomfortable and just wanted to go back to what she was doing before, watching videos on the computer. She then said she wanted me to take off my boxers. I told her that no, I couldn't do that. She kept insisting. I said, all right, pushed her away, went into the bathroom, with her outside, and proceeded to hang out there, with my pants still on. I then came out and said, there, I did it. She told me she wanted to see, I told her no. She kept being pushy. I pushed her out of the bathroom again and locked myself in. This is what haunts me. I recall I did take off my pants whilst I was inside, and she was banging, demanding to be let in. I don't remember clearly, but I think I told her there, I did it. I remember I then realized how weird the situation was, so I decided to just go pee. Maybe to justify the weirdness of it all. I put on my pants again, as well as my underwear, and unlocked the door. She demanded I let her see. At this point, I became stern, and I simply told her that no. That is something only grown-ups do, showing each other their privates. I told her we should go back to watching Mr. Bean on YouTube. She then asked me to not tell her dad she was asking to see me naked. And that's it. That's more or less the whole story, at least all I can recall clearly. At this point, I feel my life is over. What I did is horrible, and I find myself thinking of what I did as child molestation. For some reason, this didn't bother me until at least a couple of years later. Why didn't it bother me? Was I objectively a horrible person before? Nowadays, I am 21. I lived my life after that, I went to university, had girlfriends. All of what I am is tainted. She hasn't brought up the event ever since. We still get along, and nothing else weird has happened ever since. She has told me I'm one of her favorite cousins. I don't know if she's damaged by the incident. Maybe she is. If she is, I don't think I can forgive myself. I am seriously contemplating suicide by now. Because no matter what I do, no matter what my life becomes, I am stained by the fact that I hurt a child. If you enjoy this video, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Turn on the notifications to know when we post new videos. Thank you for coming to the House of Reddit.